Hey folks, welcome to today's video. Hope you're all doing well out there. Welcome to today's video of what you can tow with a fifth wheel on the bumper it comes with. And I'm going to tell you right now, absolutely nothing. I wouldn't put a bicycle rack on this thing. See this? See this here? This, where's my finger? This, I'm taking that off. I have this carrier for my motorcycle. And last year when I put on my old camper, which made by the same company, last year when I put the slide in there, oh, my bags are blowing away. Hold on. There we go. Sorry about that. Still packing up. Last year when I put my camper, when I put that on my camper, it tore the bumper off going through the Newport News tunnel, which was a mess. So the way I fixed it was, I went to a metal shop and I bought this really heavy duty angle iron. And folks, when I mean heavy duty, I mean it's bigger than the frame on the trailer. I hope my lighting's gonna work here. All right, down. Oh, my foot. All right, and then what I did was, I run it up along the side of the frame. So this is actually the frame of the camper. See this frame? I ran it along the frame of the camper and I bolted them three there with 1/2" grade 8 bolts. Okay. What I had to do this year is the frame on this camper was actually looked like this. I cut this out. So I had to cut this out. It's pretty thin metal. I don't see it harming anything. I mean, the camper's got braces all the way down and it's still got some welds above it. So I don't see any problems with that. Now to be fair, I'm not putting no Harley Davidson on this thing. I'm putting a small Honda Grom. The only thing you do is you lose your spare tire. So my spare tire now is gonna live in the bed of my pickup truck. So here's my carrier. Well, actually, I used this big steel carrier last year. This big steel thing. Now that was for Harleys. And that weighs quite a bit. My buddy had one of these laying around his motorcycle shop. So I'm gonna switch over to aluminum this year. And I'm gonna use some parts, like the tie down part and the old parts here. So let me check back in a minute and I'll show you how far we're getting. See if we can't put this together for y'all. Because I'm telling you, don't tow anything with this factory bumper. It's like sheet metal. Look. It's super thin. Ooh, there's beehive. Anyway, it's super thin. And what happened is, it tears off of these welds up here. So, all right. Well, I got the spare tire off. I got both of those channels cut out here, so it fits up in there real. So it fits up in here real nice on both sides, all along the frame. So I'm gonna go ahead and C-clamp it up and drill the 1/2" holes, and I'll check back in with you in a minute. Okay folks, we're back. Day 2, got a haircut and went out and got something to eat yesterday, so kind of didn't get much done. I painted the rusty parts that you might have seen earlier in the video. I painted them a nice black. So let me show you where I'm at now. So I've gotten this taken off of this, which is super light. I took these off the old Harley carrier that I had that I showed you in the back, and this one is actually on now. So what I did was, she's on there, man, she's on there, she's tight. Jumped up and down on it, nothing moved. And what I did was, I simply went up into the frame like I told you. Before you drill into your frame, my new camper is 4 seasons. So there's a belly pan under the whole thing. I removed a couple of these screws to make sure I wasn't going to run into anything, and I'm glad I did. Because had I have put 3 in like I had before, this hole, which I'm not putting anything in, 2's plenty. And I'll tell you why in a minute. This one here, it actually has a another one of these stanchions things are on the inside, which I was really glad to see, which is actually the one behind the one I notched out. So, all right, well, I did I upgraded a little bit from the previous time. I went with a grade 8 bolt. I don't know if you know what a grade 8 bolt is, but bolts are different grades. And so I went ahead and went with a higher grade bolt. And instead of using lock washers, I went with these type nylock nuts. And I start off with drilling a pilot drill hole. It's like 3/8, and then I finish up with the 1/2 inch. But like I said, you have to look behind everything. This side here, actually I did the worst side. I did the worst side first. This, I got nothing on this side here. The other side I had wires and the propane, but this side will be easy. So I got to drill a hole here and a hole here and bolt this to the frame, and then I'll be golden. And then I'll check back in once I got that done. Once I got these 2 bolted on, I'm then going to bolt this across these 2, and then the motorcycle will sit on there. I've removed everything from the bumper. Spare tire's gone, the hitch is gone, and everything's painted real nice. So I'll check back in with you in a minute here. Okay, so I wanted to show you before I take it off that when you get this up here, you should have a clamp to hold it. I had 1 on each side, and that's how I got it held in place, and I got all my measurements. Now, some of you might ask, why aren't I welding this? Why ain't I welding this and this to the trailer frame? Well, not that I'm going to sell it, because I absolutely love it, but you know, if I were to get rid of it, all I need to do is take these 4 nuts off, and the whole thing is removed. So that's why I'm not welding it on. So go ahead and use this. And let me give you a peek here while I got the camera on. So I pulled out these 2 screws here, this one and this one, and it holds the underbelly on. And as you can see, there's stuff up in here. You know, you got to be careful when you drill. You don't want to nick these wires. And these are actually propane lines that run up there. So anytime you want to put a screw or drill a hole in a motorhome, or I'm sorry, camper, you want to know what's behind there. So if all possible, you go ahead and measure that. C-clamps really worked well for me. It held everything in place. I now got this 1 bolt in here, and I can go ahead and remove this. Now, again, I gotta stress to you, do not tow anything with this sewage snake holder thing. It will tear off. C-clamp's a little tough. Well, anyway, I'm sorry I'm not showing you the drilling and all. I don't have anyone to hold me. There we go. There you go. The C-clamp's off. Now this is great. This comes up about 1/8 inch, and to make sure this gap's the same as on the other side. And I'm going to go ahead and drill this hole here, and I got my impact, and I got my grade 8 bolts. And then when I'm all done, I'm going to go ahead and just spray paint over these. And I'll show you when I get there. Again, don't tow anything with this thing. It scared me to death. So, all right, be back in a minute. All right, with any project, there's always adjustments. I didn't like the aluminum ramp. The aluminum holder. This here. It's the only thing you can haul on it, would probably be a motorcycle, and I don't have another ramp to hook to it to run the bike up on it, so I'd have to figure how to get the bike from there up to there. So after getting out the scale and weighing this, compared to this. This is 12 pounds, so it's super light. And this is 24 pounds, so it's negligible. You know, it's not even too much to worry about. Now, the reason that this is much lighter now than compared to before is I cut this off. I cut this giant piece off here. I had to use a grinder. It was welded on. So I ground it off, got it apart. I'm not hauling a Harley Davidson here. I'm hauling a very light motorcycle and a bicycle. So I don't know what the rate weighting would be, but I am way under. I'm way under what a Harley would be on here. So my bike is a Honda Grom. You'll see it on here later if you follow my channel. But this is what I'm going to go with. I'm going back with the original carrier with that big piece cut off the bottom. Here, let's put it this way. Whew. So here we go. Wake up scale. The scale's usually broke anyway. And this weighs 12.6 pounds. So this actually weighs as much as this. So yeah, that's not too hateful, that there. And then it gets another one that hooks. Another one of these will go on the inside here, and it actually hooks in these two holes, which makes a ramp to load the bike. All right, I got all my bolts in. All my bolts look good. 2 bolt holes, 2 bolts, nylock nuts. Oh, where are we at? Nylock nuts, big flat washers. I jumped on just the one and felt between the cheap bumper and here, and I jumped on this, and it didn't move at all. So, like I said, I am in the main frame of the whole trailer. I mean, this is what holds your trailer together, and this here is much thicker than even the trailer. Oh, I said I went with this drill bit, which is a 3/8, and then the 1/2 inch. I actually had to go with something like a 1/4 inch first. This was having a tough time getting through there, so I did step the drills up. So it was like a 1/4 inch, 3/8, and then I went ahead with the 1/2. And it got in there fine. And like I said, I looked underneath to make sure I wasn't drilling into anything. So the drilling part's done. Oh, if you're doing this, after you drill, you want to lay something down. All these shavings here, you can't see them too well, but they're very sharp. So after I drilled, I simply just took an old t-shirt and threw on the ground. You don't want to lay in those shavings. So all right, well, we'll check back here in just a little bit. I'd like to get some more reflector tape. Maybe I'll hit Home Depot for that. And this way you can still see the tag, because the front of the motorcycle will be here. But I can move this back a little if I had to. All right, here we go. Who would have thought I'd get this dirty putting this hitch on? But the wire wheel made a lot of mess, so oh well. I'll get a shower in a minute. Anyway, folks, I am done. I am done. And here's what it looks like. So this is all bolted on. This is the rack from the Harley ramp, minus the 12 and almost 12.5 pounds of steel that it didn't need. Like I said, I'm not towing anything big. I put the straps back. These are where the straps go for the front of the bike. And then I always put a strap across the back, and then I strap the wheel down. Man, I'm feeling super confident in this. I mean, this is me standing on it, and it isn't moving at all. As I stated in the title, do not tow with this bumper. I think I've said that enough. Anyway, except for a couple basic hand tools, that's how I did this. It's I had to buy this angle iron, which I bought on my trip last year. A friend of mine gave me this, and I didn't end up using the aluminum one, but I'm sure if I need to haul a bike or something, since I got my 5th wheel in the back of my truck, like next year, then I can go ahead and put that back together. Now this is kind of backwards. I wanted to do a video on my camper for all my subscribers, my whole 145 subscribers. Oh, by the way, tell your friends, click like, you know, share. You share if you'd like. Yeah, anyway, I kind of got this backwards. I wanted to do a video of the camper because it's my new camper. As you can see, it's my new Cougar 24 RKS. I towed it back from Ocean City. And that's about all I'm going to say about it right now. Just real quick. This is going to be my next video. Actually, the next video is going to be on the camper itself. But see this empty space in here? My goodness. Well, I plan on going to Quartzsite and be boondocking a little while. Man, that looks good. I think I'm going to throw a coat. It's supposed to get some rain today, but I think I'm going to wash this real good and scuff it up a little bit with a wire brush. I'm going to throw a coat of paint on it. But anyway, so I'm heading to Quartzsite, and I got a little bit of boondocking stuff to do. Now, I don't have any solar yet, but the solar is coming. I still don't know, do I build my own solar kit or do I buy one already made from Renogy? I'm looking at like 400 watts, but I don't have $1,000 for a Battleborn battery, but my buddy Carl hooked me up with these bad boys. Have you ever seen anything like these? They're 100 amp hour batteries. They weigh 66 pounds a piece, and Amazon's been treating me good. There's some cables for it. And then the creme de la creme. There we go. So this should give me plenty of juice for Quartzsite. I end up with 300 amp hours. Now they are lead acid sealed batteries, and so you know I only had 300. Now I have 150 amp hours. But I get my solar on the roof. Get my battery tender going on. I'll probably do that at my buddy Marty's house down in Florida. So anyway, I won't get into that. This was supposed to be about that hitch that will fall off. It will fall off. Don't put anything on it. If it's got a hitch on it, one of those receivers. Where'd the receiver go? I think I threw it away. Oh, here it is. If it's got one of these receivers on your hitch, that's what you do with it. That bumper will rip off of your camper. All right, folks. Well, that's about it. That's about all I had to show you. Oh, here, I'll show you this. I didn't even see if it'll fit yet. I don't know where Sunny Peaches is. Oh, my Sunny Peaches fans are going to be mad at me. Let's see, this has got a little bit of weight to it. There we go. The gate shut behind me, so Sunny can't get out. And then this here is a ramp that goes into here. Fits in those holes. Now I've got the camper up on a 6x6, so it is kind of steep. But that's what it's going to look like. And then you take these. Oh, I got a cotter key in this one. You take these, then you get a wing nut. And that's where that'll ride at. So there you go, folks. I am one more step closer to getting on the road. Speaking of the road, Sunny Peaches and I, let me see if I can find her. I know if I don't show her, people will be, where's Sunny Peaches? Yeah, that's for Sunny. Sunny Peaches! Sunny Peaches. Oh, my goodness gracious, Dad. Oh, there's Sunny and Luna and little Opie. What are you doing, Sunny Peaches? Any squirrels? Where's the squirrels? All right, folks. Sunny, I, and the Cougar will see you on the road with a motorcycle on the back that's not going to fall off this year. Have a good day. Thumbs up, like, subscribe, share. Have a good day. Sunny, what are you looking for? Sunny, what are you looking for? looking for, girl? Little Luna.